Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Before I forget, I have a couple of health things I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
Number one, you ever just get saline spray?
What is that? For
So,
what?
so for your congestion.
No.
When I was I was dealing with my voice thing,
Yeah.
and so I sound a lot the way you kind of sound right now, like there's just a groggy. Now, granted, you're on the West Coast, it's early, all that stuff, but I get what you have right now. It's just kind of like in there sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Saline spray is nothing. There's no chemicals. It's just saline. It's natural. It's nothing.
Right.
Basically just liquid. And you just stick the spray in your nose and give it a little on each side. And it like, listen, you've used nasal spray when you're sick before that has like the stuff in it.
Also, my allergy medicine is nasal spray.
So, but you know the medicine, the one that has chemicals in it that's supposed, like, you get hooked on it. You do it a couple times. You're like, oh, I want more. I want more. Yeah, like flow.
I'm gonna have to intervene just 1 second.
What?
This can't be what Juan Ep has become. This can't be.
What
I
you
won't
see?
let it. I won't let it be a.
But this is where you
medical
draw the line.
talk about grogginess, groggy voices. I can't.
It's good though. This is good.
I can't let this become Juan Ep.
So then you really don't want to hear my question about why have you not done Ozempic yet? That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get into that.
Have you considered it though? It literally is the Cypher Sounds drug. It makes people not be addicted to food. It shuts your brain up. Oh, Cypher. So I was thinking about the new Rock Marcy Primo album. And hey,
album together?
Yeah, they have a whole album.
It's out?
Well, it's eight songs. It's out. You ever heard it yet?
I've played Rock Marcy a couple times and just...
You'll like this Rock Marcy more, though, with Primo drums on it. You'll definitely like it more.
Doubt it.
Yeah, why are you doing this? I'm
sorry. I've grown out of it. I'm sorry.
You grown out of what? Hip hop?
I went and listened to all that Freddie Gibbs shit, and it didn't move me.
But you also just got into Stove God Cooks, so it has to be about crack. That's the line for you.
No, Stove God Cook has I didn't really get into him yet. I liked him on the Clips album, and I liked a couple things I heard, but I'm sure there's a lot of slow, drowsy shit on his shit too.
Slove God Cooks? No.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I listened to that whole Alchemist Freddie Gibbs thing, and like I saw this guy do this podcast, and he was breaking down Freddie Gibbs and how much he loves him, and he might be the most consistent rapper in the game right now with all his projects. And I just didn't. I love Alchemist. I'm just not. It's just.
Did you like the beats? Or is there still too drowsy for you?
They're okay. They're like, I heard Alchemist do an interview. I think it was with Larry June and 2 Chainz.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, man, I don't get in the way of the rappers, man. I just loop something up real quick, let them rhyme over it. Maybe I'll add something, maybe not. And I was just like, that's what everybody's doing now. It's just like these.
You want him to get in the way. You want him to do more. Like.
I miss the days of like. I don't know. I'm not the one. I like a little energy. All this West Coast gangbanging shit, bro. That shit got energy. Who's this?
This is the Marcy Primo.
Because this is what happens is Primo makes beats for Rock Marciano.
Yeah.
Rock Marciano doesn't switch up his shit to get on Gangstar beats. You see what I'm saying?
That's 20 racks for a jacket and some khaki pants. Bummy rappers with bunny rabbit ears.
I would love this on in the background while I'm doing my homework if I was in college.
But you don't have homework.
Exactly.
So you don't have a place to listen to. So why do you stop? So stop trying. It's not for you then. Maybe you're just out. You're out on underground rap.
Feel what?
You're out on underground rap.
All right, I'm out on underground rap, and there's no big hit commercial rap.
I mean, GNX was a while ago. You had GNX.
Is fire. GNX is fire.
That was right up your alley. They made one right for you. Boom.
It actually took me down a path.
Oh, I know what you would love. I think you might, or not love. I think you might really enjoy pieces of the Metro Boomin album
Okay, I'll check it.
because he did. It's like a
But
throwback.
but Academic said it didn't sell well.
Yeah, why is your algorithm telling you that?
Bro, Academics comes on my TikTok. I skip it right away. But I'm like, why
And
is
it's
this
still
on here
coming to
so
you?
much? Huh?
And it's still coming to you.
Yeah, I skip it right away, but
Here you go.
see, that's what you think I like?
No, but it's fun. At least it's fun, and you can have a role for you. It's commercial, but this one is featuring J Money. But it's funny, a lot of the album is just like vintage Atlanta and South artists. Like the next one, They Want to Have Fun, is Metro, Travis Porter, Young Dro, and Gucci Mane.
Okay.
Girl, you want to do something, yeah.
Hey, young Metro don't trust you. Travis gonna kill you.
Just want to have fun.
Let's say platinum 21. She want to have some fun.
Yeah, I used to have to DJ stuff like this when I was in the game. I didn't want to necessarily listen to it in my car.
But if you were DJing, at least it
Play
has
YG and OGZ.
I know how you do with the
Play YG and OGZ. I think it's called Hollywood.
YG
Or Shoreline Mafia or OGZ. I forget which one.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Damn.
Smoking, drinking, fucking. And I stay ain't on nothing. Got it on me.
Got it on the function.
Yeah, but this isn't. But the thing is, that's not that. That's a very specific and niche thing too. You just happen to be in the place where you want to hear that more. That's not like super useful. Like give up.
Almost all of it is up tempo. I'll tell you what I love. One of my favorite West Coast songs is the Larry June. Is it Smoothies in 91?
I don't know. You like Larry? So you like Larry June? I think you find Larry June
Smoothies in 91.
All right, we have our guest is here.
Oh, he's here? Real quick.
He's here. I want to. Okay, Smoothies in 91.
Bring him in on this talk.
I'm going to.
Off top, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
This is kind of slow, but it got that West Coast box.
And bitch, don't check me, bitch. Check the air quality. No.
91.
Yeah.
Yeah, hear that bass line?
You know what I'm saying? $500 fans and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see why you would like this.
Yeah. Run that. I was born in 91. Product of the game. 50s.
And that's slow.
When we swine.
No, you and I can agree on that one. I'm lined up with you there on that. That's a good.
We found our Venn diagram.
Yeah, it took a lot of time.
Bring in our guy.
What's up,
Juvie the Great is here on OneNet. What up, Juvie?
What it do, Cypher, baby? That's the Brody right
What's
there.
up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Well, I figured you guys had I figured you guys must have a history that goes way back. Syph, you remember when you first interacted with?
I want to show you something. Okay.
Oh, you have something to show us. Here we go.
This is
got
my
history, bro.
This is my phone log, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to voicemails. The only voicemail I keep.
Why do you have a voicemail from Juvenile that you
can't believe it? I love it.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Wait, so this goes back
been
MTV days, Syph?
No, this.
I've been fucking with Syph since back then, man.
No, but I
Syph got a lot of history. Syph like the fucking.
I brought Ha to the tunnel.
Oh,
I brought Ha
showing the fuck
to Fuck
did,
Master
brother.
Flex.
Syph, you did a lot of shit, bro. You don't get no credit for a lot of shit you did. A lot of shit. A lot of this shit that's going on with social media. You was the forefront, bro.
Just let him talk,
you created
guys. Let
a
him
lot
talk.
of shit that people don't give you credit for, bro. But it's motherfuckers
Who
like
you
me
telling?
gonna open up and say shit.
Who you telling, bro? I'm enjoying your press run lately, bro. You've been telling such great stories. You and Manny Fresh. I saw a couple things. Like, it's really dope, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Man,
now
I saw Juvie. You know how it is. You see people for a while, and then you lose contact, and then you see him again. I saw Juvie in New Orleans when I was there with Dave Chappelle, and like the love he showed me, I was like, "Yo, the world is good, bro. The world is good.
Man.
The world's all right."
Yeah, man. You know, when you don't see somebody in a long time that you really fuck with, Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah.
Who that was a good show. That was Anthony Mackie was there.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. Andy
Wendell,
Mackey,
is it Wendell Pierce?
Wendell Pierce,
Wendell
um,
Pierce,
uh, Wayans,
Marlon Wayans pulled up.
Marlon Wayans. It was so many people there, man. It was a lot of people
Yeah, it was
there that night.
fire.
Yeah.
Now, Juvie, this is your first time. Syph and I have been doing this podcast since like 07, 08 when we first started. We've had everybody on here, and you've been a subject of conversation many times. we've had Manny on before, but we've never.
Answer this. Is this the first podcast ever, or did Cypher start the
Hip
first podcast ever?
No, this is the first hip hop podcast ever.
Yeah, me
Ever.
and Syph together in
Fucking
07.
God.
Ever. I mean, it's gone
Fucking
through
God.
different Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Everybody owes you a fucking check. Shout out to my
And we
nigga.
don't we
Shout out to Nori because he always give you your credit, bro.
always.
He dope.
He's the one. We really appreciate that. He's really
We
started
not
showing
even
us
looking
love
for
like
a
that.
lot. Like $1 million each. That's all.
$1 million? No,
$1
that's
million
light
each.
work.
All them fucking,
Light.
yeah, that's right. Just
Light
break
work.
bread, bro. Shit. Y'all in my space,
Bro,
give
the
me some fucking,
five.
show me some love.
No. The four biggest hip hop podcasts, 250, half a million each.
Boom. They come up with $2 million for
2
us. We're
million,
good.
Millie for
Yeah.
me, Millie for him. And I'll get out your hair. I'll get out your hair.
That's right. But up until then, I'm gonna be thugging behind that project building.
Yo, Syph, I think we've talked about this before. Juvenile, I've had a lot of moments of fraudulence in hip hop where I made a statement about one thing and then I reversed course. I don't think there is a more fraudulent experience in my hip hop history than how much I hated the first time I heard it as like a snobby East Coast backpacker. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
To where by the time 400 Degrees came out, I was playing album cuts on my college radio show.
Yeah.
I don't know what. It's like Juvie, and tell me, maybe you heard this from other people. My reaction to was so strong because it was so foreign to me that it like threw me off. And then I just went the other way and fell in love with it. Have you talked to anyone who's had a similar experience with that first project?
It had that effect on a lot of people because a lot of people, well, hip hoppers, which I was a backpacker too, for the record, and I knew it was gonna be over people's head because a lot of hip hop heads like, man, he not rhyming. What is rhyming at? I'm like, nah, this song wasn't necessarily about rhyming. It was necessarily about getting the point across. It was more about, bringing everybody to my neighborhood and letting people see how we really was living in New Orleans. It was more about that than me. The song wasn't
Man,
about me at
honestly,
all, if you listen to it.
yeah, and honestly, like the song had an impact, positive and negative, and then the video was like some shit we never saw before. Like you started that showing like pieces of the hood in a video trend, like
actually put some real crackheads in there. You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying. Like
real crackheads.
Hip hop videos were always grimy. Yeah, hip hop videos were always grimy. We'd be in a warehouse somewhere or on some railroad tracks. But like you showed like the shit in the hood that honestly we didn't want to see. And you focused on all of it. And we were like, what the fuck is going on down there? And then everybody was like, no, this is going on everywhere.
Too, man, because he wanted to shoot that video. We shot that video. It took us 3 days to shoot it. And the crazy part was, you never seen no white guys camp out in the project, but they camped out in the project for 3 days. And I was like, man, we gotta leave some police over here with y'all to protect y'all, bro, because you can't really just camp out here like that. But they was doing all kind of shit. They put up some barbecue grills. They was feeding people around there and shit, feeding homeless people. They showed so much love to my neighborhood to where everybody wanted to be part of the video. And that's what happened. Everybody was out there trying to get on the camera. And he was putting them on.
And you was already known back then?
Like one of the guys, I'm gonna tell you something. One of the guys that's in that video who's playing on that basketball court, the little kid, that little kid now is M-Line James, one of the biggest designers from New Orleans, and he always have that magnolia symbol on everything he put out. And I think that video, that song, kind of like catapulted him into who he is today.
What, clothing designer?
Yeah, he like one of the biggest clothing designers out of New Orleans. He is the biggest. M. James.
No, but Juvie, I was just saying, like, we missed it. Like, all of the people who were like, oh, he's not rhyming, he's just saying huh with huh. Now I look back at it, I'm like, how dumb were we? You're rhyming on the whole thing, but not just the huh.
It was offbeat rhyming. It wasn't so much focused on the rhyme. It was really focused on, bringing people into my hood. Like I said, man, people
Another
like, people be wanting to know how you really living and where you live at, how it looks in your hood. And I think that showcased that.
another problem back then was like you was one of the first big Southern records to play in New York. But the problem was, as a DJ, the tempo was so off we couldn't blend it. So we had to
Yeah, it was
find ways to
fast.
play the song. There's a lot of DJs that don't talk, right? I talk. Well, maybe I didn't talk back then. So you had to like stop whatever song was playing and like scratch your song in because it wouldn't blend. Yours was like, whatever tempo it was, and we
Yeah,
were
that
used to that.
tempo was like 120.
And then we
Yeah,
were
It,
used to
I'm a
and,
that boom
and
fast
bap.
tempo guy.
But
Yeah.
but when DJ, so at that time, Juvie, I was interning and starting to work at WPGC in DC, which I know you remember because that station did very well for you at that time. It was,
Yeah, I was there so many times. I was there so
bruh.
many times, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
I met you. The one time I met you actually was at BET for Teen Summit when Adema was hosting Teen Summit. But Adema was also a jock on PGC, and I was working with Tigger, and we played your record. It was nonstop. And when I would hear a DJ like CeeLo or Book or one of the DJs blend that instrumental well to Huh Syfe, it was so ill when people did it well because it was really hard to do.
I mean, actually, I just looked it up in my computer. It was 92.
Yeah,
So
but
it
it didn't
wasn't.
feel 92.
Yeah.
What you talking about, the tempo?
The BPMs.
They might got that wrong. That tempo was like 110, 110, 115.
Yeah, it feels like Syfe, one of those ones where when you
Yeah,
put it in
it's faster
Serato, it's
than
guessing and it's
that.
getting it wrong.
Yeah, it's faster than that,
Well, you
bro.
gotta understand though, Juvie, as a DJ, we break it down. Like trap music is either 65 or 130. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah. I
as a
got you. I
DJ,
got
when
you.
you
So
Yeah,
blend
but
yeah,
it,
that but
I
Huh isn't.
understand the numbers right there.
Yeah, but Huh isn't 184. That's just
No.
one of those times when it gets it wrong. Like because it's in the
Count it
ones.
right now.
Yeah,
It's
Syfe counted.
definitely in the ones, bro.
Yeah, it's gotta be in the ones. And
Them two songs, Back That Ass Up and Huh, both was in the ones. They was the last two songs I
No,
recorded on 400 Degrees
back that ass up is
in
definitely like
Nashville.
96.
Okay, and we was in Nashville when we recorded both of those songs because we needed two up tempo records, and I was stressing that because I told Manny, like, bro, I don't like to be under 100 tempo. Like I'm
really,
I'm easy when you go to. I say the faster you go, the easier it is for me to do my off the porch flooring, like the Han type. I can talk shit and still stay on the beat, but if you slow it down, then that fucks it all up. I gotta see twice as much shit.
um, did how much buzz did you have at that time, and how much buzz did you have prior to signing with Cash Money? Like, what was the order of your buzz versus signing with
Yeah.
Baby?
I was buzzing before I got with Cash Money, probably like 4 or 5 years, because I came in the game as a writer for DJ Jimmy and the Bitchy Bitchy and shit like that, who had like real good success at regional sales, right? Like they had like 7 states in the southern region, and they was really doing real well in those states. So that kind of like catapulted me to get a record deal with Warlock and like before I got with Cash Money. So when I got the Cash Money had all these artists on the label, like a lot of artists. When I got there, the first thing I was told was, all right, now we got some real rappers, so now we about to like cut the roster down. So they got rid of everybody. And they looked at me and BG, and I hadn't met Wayne yet, but Wayne was the other guy. It was like, well, it's gonna be y'all and Wayne and little Derek, the nephew. I'm like, so you just let go like all your artists off your label? Like, they had like 15 artists, they gave them all the pink slip. I'm
So,
like,
and
God.
they kept you because you were buzzing that much.
Well, I was the new guy. that was the reason why they gave everybody the pink slip. I
And
was that
what
like,
those
man,
other
I
guys
was
sound
winning
like?
all the talent shows. I was winning all the talent shows, any competition, any rap battle, anything they had going on in New Orleans. I was at the forefront, and I was the only guy that could really walk into a club, any club, and grab a mic and like set that shit clean the fuck off. So
Shit.
that's what kind of reputation I had coming into Cash Money. Then I already was on the radio with a couple songs already, like Bounce for the Juvenile. I had already been on the radio
Bounce
years
for the
before Cash Money
Juvenile.
had started popping.
Hold on, I see Bounce for the Juvenile. Hold on, you know we got to hear this. Hold on now.
Now you could Bounce for the Juvenile. You could pull up Where They At Girl, DJ Jimmy. I wrote his whole album.
Wrote the whole record. And how old are you at that time?
Yeah, I probably was like, I'm gonna say 15, 16, something like that.
Shit.
Hold on, I want to hear this real quick. I want to hear this Bounce for the Juvenile shit.
Yeah, me and Wayne was probably the youngest two cats from New Orleans to keep going. Boy, look at them legs. God damn, I need to do some leg work.
DJ Jimmy.
Yeah, I
Who's
was an
DJ
Eric B. and
Jimmy?
Rakim fan.
Brothers don't like Juvenile because the brothers don't like UNLV because the Magnolia Project keeps slanging on a bunch of uptown villains who don't mind dying.
And I've been doing melodies and shit from the beginning. I be trying to tell cats that. Like, bro, I've been rapping in melodies from day one. I ain't never changed. You hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yo,
I started rapping in melodies. Now, believe it or not, this the radio version. The street version was way more rougher. And man, motherfuckers would be bucking, going, this should have started a fight.
yo, Syph, you ever heard that in your life?
I never heard that.
Yo, Juve, I
that
never
shit was
heard that.
number
That's
one
just
on
fire,
radio.
bro.
Look, it was number one on radio in at least 8 states. I'm serious, number one. And if you don't believe me, ask anybody from the South from in the 91, 89, 90 era. They're gonna be like, nah, this motherfucker Juvie was on fire.
Was it number one in Baton Rouge?
Definitely. Number one
Oh,
all
what?
over.
What about Lafayette?
I won the state of Louisiana. Number one in the state of Louisiana. Number one in the state of Mississippi.
What's
number
the
one.
What's the biggest
hold
DJ?
on.
We're gonna keep playing this game.
One more. Was it number one in Slidell?
Yeah, man, that's across the lake. Okay, you know some spots in the state.
Yeah,
okay.
that's all he's trying to do. All Syph's trying to do. That's one of his biggest party tricks. What's the biggest DJ Jimmy joint that you did?
It is Bounce for the Juvenile. It is on his album, but
Oh, that was on DJ.
like,
Okay, what's another one?
So Where They At was written by my guy Devious D, but I came back in and I finished the rest of his album. So the album sold I think 200-something thousand copies.
Well, that's DJ Jimmy rhyming.
I was DJ Jimmy, right? So the way we did it, I went in the studio. The way we recorded, they put me in the studio, put me in the booth. I really didn't know the guy at first. My cousin Precise kind of like introduced us, and he used to always be in the project a lot. So they brought me to the studio, and I would go in the booth and record, and he would just go in there and record over me.
Record what?
So
Like
I
just
basically
DJ
was DJ
hype
Jimmy.
talk or? Okay, this is DJ.
So he had
Jimmy.
this song that's called the Bitches Reply on there.
Yeah.
It's the Bitchy Bitchy. That's one of the most sampled records right now in music. It's one of the most sampled records. All the people. You hear that? All right.
Oh shit!
Everybody use that.
Wait, that was from Chickenhead? That's the beginning of Chickenhead?
Yeah. Oh man, all that. Listen, the whole fucking. I was number one in Tennessee for years. All this shit, all these songs, we toured Tennessee. Tennessee was our fucking baby, bro. Tennessee was our motherfucking state. Yeah. So let me tell you something about that.
Okay.
She was a school teacher. We was writing a song for her cousin to do it, and she was saying it better than her cousin. And we was like, I kept saying, look, she needs to do it. She's like, nah, she's a school teacher. I'm like, look, she sound like what this record needs to sound like. She needs to do it. And she got in there and she did her fucking thing. But yeah, she's a school teacher.
Wait, we're talking 1992.
Now we talking like 1990, 89, 90.
Wow.
Shit.
By 92, I was out. I was gone. I was doing my own thing.
Let's hear a second of the DJ Jimmy joint. Here we go. The bitchy reply.
The bitches reply so crazy, bro. That song, the women, just listen to it. The shit she said made nigga. All you said. Hey man, she used to get on stage, man. The women used to go crazy. Right here. That's all she do, just chant.
Wait, did you
Do it,
write
baby,
this?
lick it, baby, do it, baby, lick it, baby, do it, baby, lick it. Man, the women used to go crazy on her. And that's where it come from, man.
Wait, did you
Yo,
write
this
that?
Y'all niggas is playing this shit. I
You
can't
wrote
believe
that?
y'all playing this shit.
yo.
Wait, Juvie, did you write that song?
While my man Devious wrote it, I finished it. I
Hilarious.
came in, like when I came in, this song and that other song was pretty much finished, but I kind of like narrated the rest of it to get them through it.
What this and where they at?
Huh?
This and where they at?
Yeah, that and where that. But the rest of the album, everything else on the album is all me. I wrote everything.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
And
how
did
so
you get
how
paid for this?
Man, they got me. They gave me a check, and I thought that was the world, man. You know,
Well,
in
how
them
much?
days we didn't
5,000?
understand them. Nah, 20,000.
Oh, 20,000 is good, bro.
Nah, that wasn't, man. They made fucking millions.
No, of course. I'm just saying to
at the
get
time
jerked,
though? At the time though.
20,000's high.
They Yeah, they jerked me. But the cool part about it, the experience was so great. I got to go on the road and get that experience, and I
Of
value
course.
that
How
more
much
than
did
that
you
money.
learn?
So
Yeah.
I learned how to be on. I
So
learned
by
how
the
to look. No DJ Jimmy, no Tiny Desk, because I would have never learned how to be in front of a crowd or perform so well without going out there and learning. That was
Right.
some of the greatest experiences for me, because you know singing a song on stage is one thing, but having the people react to it and sing that shit back to you is another thing. And trust me, this
Yeah.
album in particular, the women, they used to show up and show out, man. It was crazy.
So by the time things get really going with Cash Money, you're already like really experienced. Like that must have been an interesting spot for you to be in because of
Yeah,
everyone there.
because what
You're the
happened
one who's
was,
been doing this.
yeah, what happened was Warlock ripped me off, right? So I got to deal with Warlock right after that, and it kind of like ripped me off. I ain't really have. I had a lawyer, but it wasn't an entertainment lawyer, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So I got ripped off. And to make a long story short, I winded up getting a job. You know, I had money. I put my money up and I started working. And I
What kind of
started
job?
trying
What,
to
what
pop
What was the
job was it?
job?
my thing was I was going to work until I can accumulate enough money to put myself up. That was my game plan. But yeah,
What was the job though?
I was working in the oil business. I was in that
What
industry,
doing
the
what?
Shit.
oil industry. Yeah.
Juvie was a
Doing
tycoon.
No,
yeah.
I wasn't a tycoon. I was a foreman. I was a fucking worker. I wasn't selling
On a
oil. I was
site.
cleaning. I was doing the other shit, man. Like I was a catalyst remover. So I did a lot of stuff in the big furnace when you drive past them plants and you see the fire coming off the
Yeah.
furnace. Well, I was the guy that
Yeah.
worked in that area.
So so you there cleaning the furnaces and your song would be on the radio.
Yeah, yeah. Bounce for the Juvenile would be on the fucking radio. You're not lying. Yeah, yeah.
Did you have kids yet?
Nah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I was still trying to
So you were
figure out life.
oh, that's good. So you were just grinding to grind. It's not you didn't have a family to take care
I
of. You just
was.
had to find a way to make ends meet.
I was still trying to find my way.
Then
Well, I really
so
didn't have to find a way to make ends meet either, because I had accumulated some money. I just wanted to
yeah.
do something different, and I wanted to keep what I had. And reality starts setting in. Like maybe this rap thing ain't gonna work for you. You need to go out and get a job. You know, life don't
That's
be the same for everybody else. You know, so that's what that was for me. Just learn how to be a man.
man. That's crazy that you even felt that way, because even listening back to that early 90, 89, 90 shit, I could hear the fucking quality. I could hear the star power.
Yeah, but you don't know that when you around vultures, man. You know, when a lot of
Yeah,
these artists get discouraged because of who they deal with and when they first
yeah.
experiences. It tears them down and
Facts.
they really don't want no part of it after that. And that's what it was for me for a minute. But I'm like, you know what? I'm too good for that. So let's go.
Now, real quick, so what happens then between that period where you've fallen off, or not fallen off, but didn't have it going, and you get the cash money opportunity? What started bubbling that made that whole thing come together?
Nothing. They already knew I was. I look. I never stopped being that dude. The word on the street, I'm still gonna be that dude. Whether I'm rapping or not rapping, they could have 1,000 new rappers come out. They still gonna say, "Man, yeah, he alright." But this cat in the project, he's still that dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you can bring on who you want. And they had other cats came out like Magnolia Slim was my little Brody, man, and he winded up being that dude in my book. That was my Tupac. Feel me? But they saw me at the bus stop coming from work. You know, we had like a 4-day leave, something like that. And they was like, "Man, where you going?" Say, "Damn, you got a fire retardant suit? Why you got a helmet?" I'm like, "Man, I work." Like, "You working?" So he drove me home and I say, "Man, wanted to hear me rap." So I kicked some raps for him and shit. And the next day, dude called me like, "Man, I couldn't sleep, Juve. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. What could I do to get you to quit that job and start going to the studio?" I said, "Well, look, if you could pay me $2 grand a week, I put in a leave of absence. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna just quit my job. So I put in a
Yeah.
leave of absence, and if it works out, I stick with it. But other than that, I'm gonna stay on my job. I'm gonna go back to my job, and the shit worked out, bro.
Wait,
Shit worked out. I started
was
going to
you
the
getting
studio.
two was you
Go
getting
ahead.
2 grand a week at your job?
Yeah, I was getting shit sometimes like 30, 3,200. You know, the money gets
Then why were
high
you
when,
on the
see, I was a
bus?
foreman and I had like 5 people working under me. So we used to go do these jobs alone, right? So and everybody got per
Yeah.
diem every day. And yeah, I wasn't giving everybody they per diem. Some of them motherfuckers was assholes, and I was keeping it.
Wait, so real
Then
quick
I
though, you said
then I
you
steal
said
from the hood too.
you
So it's
said
like, what you want to do about it? What you want to do about it? If you know like what I'm. So I used to be like that.
I
Real
like how
talk.
Juvie was this mix. He was this mix of like responsible guy at work, but also bust out some
Oh
street
yeah,
shit if he
man.
needed to
But
not
look,
give you your per diem.
cause I was giving jobs to people that I knew wouldn't qualify for the job, right? But I'm still taking you out there,
Right,
giving
right.
you something, taking you out the hood, and then you come out here and you be an asshole, do some idiot shit. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
idiot too. Then I'm gonna be ready to beat the shit out you when you try to talk that shit. Put these hands on you. Now
Now,
everybody know that
but
about
you
me
said
too.
some
Like that's my reputation in the hood. I'll beat the shit out you.
now,
Yeah.
now, real quick though. You said you were going on leave for 5 days. Does that mean when you were doing that oil job, like you would be on a site, like practically living there for days at a time? Like, what does that mean
We'll have
exactly?
hotels. They would get hotel rooms. They would grant me. They would give me like a grant to go do the job. And yeah, we'll be there for like 5 days. These plants have turnarounds, and everything goes on at different parts of these turnarounds. Well, my part of turnarounds usually only take 5 days. And after I leave that spot, I come home maybe for 2 days, and they'll send me to the next spot.
Wow.
So Birdman says he's down to give you 2 grand a week to have you just go to the studio and do work
Yep, yep. Him and Slim, they agreed to it. I was like, wow. Let me get them
And
first two. Let me get them first 2 weeks, dog.
up front.
Yeah, let me get the
And then
first
what
two
did you
weeks
start
up
working
front. They
on right
did, so they
away?
give me like 3 weeks up front. Uh, well,
wow.
the first song was BG. We was working on BG's album, and the first song I did was
Mm,
I'm coming to get you. I forgot it was me, Bun B. I didn't even know who Bun B was. Funny as shit about that too. Bun B was around Cash Money before me, and I'm in the studio recording this shit, and I'm
wow.
like, well, who the fuck is this dude? He can rap his ass off. Like, I hear somebody say Bun, and I'm like, wait, hold up. You pocket full of stones, Bun B, like King of the Hubbard Trail. That nigga said, yeah. I said, oh, man, it's fucked up. I've been around you 3 years, nigga. Ain't know who the fuck you was, nigga. I'm a fan, nigga. Like,
No.
oh, man, I'm like, how the
Wow.
fuck you make cash money? When you telling me a story about him and Pimp and shit, and Like shit crazy, bro. But yeah, my first song with Cash Money was Bun B and BG's kind of like that shit had me excited like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. It got me going, bro.
Wow. And how long was it between when you started and your album started getting worked on?
I was next up. So BG album was pretty much finished when I came around. But BG was so fucking creative and so fast on the gun. When I dropped my album, when he dropped his album, and we went in there and started recording my album. Before I could finish my album, BG had already had 2 more albums ready. After that, I was kind of like in shock off that. Like, damn, let's do the fucking machine. Like, so that's when I started realizing, damn, I got to record fast. I got to be more quicker with this shit than what I am because this cat is putting out shit faster. Yeah, but when my album came out with Cash Money, it was kind of like the Soldier Rag song was like my takeoff, bro. It blew me the fuck up.
Was the first thing that we knew you from was Huh, right? Like I'm trying to figure out how big the gap was, for example, between Huh and Bling Bling. That's like a year, a year.
Yeah, like a year gap. Say about like a year gap.
Because I only asked because by the time I remember when I was DJing Syph at that time, when I would play Bling Bling, I would always play like the first 30 seconds of Bling Bling and then cut right to the I'm a 1999 driver. Like that was the part in DC at least. Like before Wayne is Wayne, before all these things happen, your voice to me was really the thing that resonated with people at that time.
It was, man. You know what? I don't know. I had this fascination with sounding like an old dude at the time. I did. It was like the old cats on the block always had these real distinctive ways of saying things. My guy Big Lonzo, my guy Fiachi, my dog Yogi, they always had this distinctive way of saying things, and I picked it all up. I soaked it all in and put it into my music.
Now, we'd be remiss, by the way, Syph, of course, and I know you've talked about this, I'm sure, many times, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about how you received the Jay-Z remix, because that joint sounds like a bootleg to this day.
It wasn't a bootleg, bro.
Nah, but let me tell you before you answer
It
that,
wasn't. Yeah, the quality is not the best. So that's what you're talking
bro.
about, the quality? As you said bootleg. What you mean when you say
Yeah, the
bootleg?
quality is weird. The quality is weird. The quality of it's weird, and the way the record starts, it just feels like his voice does not feel mixed properly, and like the way it comes in, the beginning of the ding 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 doesn't hit as hard as it does on the original version.
This is analog days. This is when they had to put it on a tape and
Right.
then record it to
What
tape,
happened
and
was
then all that
she
you would
took the
deteriorate
instrumental,
all
which
every
we
time
didn't
you
even
did
know
it.
he was getting on the song. First of all, let me say that. Shout out to him for having the courage to jump on something and have the foresight to know that this about to be some big shit and jumping on it. And I think that helped him a lot too in the South, man. Because a lot of us down South, I was a Jay-Z fan. I was excited as shit when I heard him on the song. But Birdman and them was like, uh, they didn't really, they ain't really, they wouldn't knowing him like that, so they ain't really know how big of a difference that was gonna make to my career. But me and Manny Fresh was like, and Wayne was like, shit, nigga, this shit, I'm about to go, nigga, it's hard, nigga. But yeah, he just jumped on it, bro. I have no relationship with him, bro. It's just, I respect him a lot for that, bro. I really do.
Bro, let me tell you something. We always joke around on this podcast, but I used to DJ for Little Kim, right?
Yeah.
So Kim would go everywhere, more than other New York rappers. So we would be in the South because everybody just wanted to see Little Kim. So we'd be in the South, we'd be in Shreveport, we'd be in New Orleans, like all this shit. And it'd be like 11 o'clock, and I'm there to set up for Little Kim's show, which is at like 1 o'clock. And they playing all the New York records as opening records. Like they playing Biggie and all the shit in the early. And I'm like, wow, they playing all the big shit early. They wasting it. And then 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, they start playing all the shit that I have no idea what it is, and the club is
Yeah,
going
that's Cash
crazy.
Money and No Limit.
So that's when I used to trade records with DJs. Bro, I used to trade records because all DJs want good music. So I would bring New York hip hop. They would give me the Southern shit, and then I would play it in the tunnel on Sundays. And the only people that would react were the hustlers that would be going down south on some drug shit, right?
Yeah,
And
because they
Jay
know
was
that
one of
shit.
those people that he knew that 95 route going down south. So he knew I should jump on this because I know what that music does down there.
Yeah,
And if it's gonna start playing up here, I want to be on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
that was smart. That was
And that's
smart,
how
man.
all that shit broke. Like, cause the tunnel was huge, bro.
Man, the tunnel was scared. Like the tunnel made and broke a lot of artists. You either go there and be made
Yeah.
or get broke. Well, it broke more than it made. Like a lot of artists went there and just got thrown to the wolves, man. Cause
Yes,
you
man.
like you go to the tunnel, bro. You better know what the fuck you doing. Truthfully, they ain't no spot to go talking about. I'm from over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. They'll beat the fuck out you and your clique, everything. They'll take your shit, slam your shit. They'll make sure you understand we don't respect none of that shit you talking about, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's
So
when New
when I
York was
came to
on
the
some real
tunnel,
asshole shit.
I knew.
It was
Hey, when I came to the tunnel, I knew to sing one fucking song. I ain't sing nothing else. Cypher, no. We tried. They told us don't. They said, man, if you try to sing anything else, I'm telling you, they're gonna tear this bitch down. So we sung high like 3, 4 times and we got the fuck up out of here. And it was bragging on me the next day. They said, you rock that
Yep.
motherfucker.
They
I'm like,
murdered it.
nigga, yeah. No shit. They're like, you rock that motherfucker. The first
Smart though,
motherfucker to rock
bro.
the tunnel since Snoop in '94. That what they was telling us. Like, yeah, nigga.
oh,
No, it's fine. It's fine. The internet is weird.
but he was so good. Like the annoying part. Here's what's bothering me. A, poor Emilio. But B, it's the when he's connected to us, everything is gold. He's got every story. It's all right there. You know what I mean? And he's in New York right now. It just seemed like very complicated for me to figure out how to do it with him and have you. And it just this felt like it made the most sense. But then we having the technology problems.
Oh man.
Do you know what we should do? I think this would be a good way to end the interview. We should leave and just have Billy here when he gets back. And he'd be like, hey,
Bro, I
the guy.
definitely say do it. You ain't for the bit. I say do it.
I can't. By the way, I still want to ask him stuff, though. Like, we haven't even mentioned Back That Ass Up yet. We haven't talked about.
We'll come back in, but if he comes back and just Billy's there,
I can't. Saif, I don't have it in me.
you're not with the bits. You're not with the bits.
Hey, they had a work call. You need to give them 5 minutes.
Who?
No, like I would say that they're on a call really quick. They'll be right back.
I don't know him well enough to do that. Like,
he's funny, bro. He'll fuck with it.
I think it'll be better if you guys weren't on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off.
You think we just,
but your squares could stay on and just turn off your cameras.
Yeah,
I
like
can't.
this.
So then you can hear the whole thing.
Then I'll have to bear. I can't bear through that. I don't think I can do it.
How about this? I'll start saying, "Oh, they're on a call. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, they'll be back on in a second." And once he's good with it, and he's like, "Okay, no problem," and I say like, "How are you doing?" Blah blah blah. By the way, like, I was gonna ask you a few questions. Do you mind? Then you guys come on and be like, "Oh God, is he bothering you?" And then it'll work.
You're not a good actor. You just got to start asking.
I'm not acting because I'm nervous, and
That is acting.
I've liked him since
You're
I was.
lying. You're lying about us taking a call. You're lying about, can I ask you a few questions? You just start asking the questions.
Billy Bits. I don't know if I want to do Billy Bits.
In '98, I was 10 years old, so I was a big fan.
What's your favorite Juvie song?
Of course, it's Back That Ass Up.
Of course, it's Back That Ass
Well,
Up.
for that time,
Sounds like something a bitch would say.
I wrote down some good questions.
Cypher, what's your Cypher? Would you ever say your favorite is Back That Ass Up?
No.
You know why?
My favorite Juvie song is 400 Degrees.
See, that's an answer. That's an answer.
You see me, I eat, drink, shit, and talk rap. The 98 Mercedes, something I bought that.
There's a guy who works at my radio station.
1, 2,
whose name is
me.
There's a guy who works at my radio station whose last name is Assman. Assman.
No.
Well, I can't remember if it's spelled with 2 S's or not.
How do you not legally change that?
But he's currently wearing a hat that just says Assman. I guess he's going with. I guess he's running with it. I think it's. Let me Google him. I think it's 1 S. Jake Asman. Yeah, it's 1 S. But someone made a hat with like a New York license plate, and it says
that's
Assman.
Seinfeld.
What is that?
That's Seinfeld. Kramer had a license plate that said "Ass Man."
Ass Man. That's right. Okay, that's a good bit of his. That's a good bit to lean into. I like it. I respect.
You
that.
like his bit, but you don't like Billy's bit.
Well, this one affects me more.
You don't even know the bit.
What? I don't know the bit. I don't know the Billy being awkward bit. I know what the bit is. Are you kidding? I invented the bit. Saif, can you believe the audacity of this person?
This is what I was telling you about the other week when you shut us down. And
no, this is me being nervous and not just like it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's a funny idea.
He has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he has a great sense of humor.
So you guys want to do it?
So I feel like if I ease in with 2 regular questions.
All right. So what do you want to do? Now I feel pressure. Now I feel peer pressured. Because
towards the end, say like our producer wrote a few questions down. Do you mind if he asks you?
Well, that part I know how to do. Billy, that part I know how to do. I just think it's gonna suck fucking dicks. I know how to do it. We were talking about the other one of he comes back and we're just not here. It's like this is what's so weird.
We don't have to do that. It is a good idea.
Is there a person, honestly though, like, is there a person on earth weirder than Billy June?
Yes.
Who? But I want you to name.
I don't know. There are people that weirder, but we just get the concentrated version.
It's hard for me to pinpoint what makes Billy so weird, Saif. But like last week we had the conversation about
Billy, come back in here.
Last week we had the conversation about Billy being so weird because he only started like aggressively asking to be paid on time once he like stopped showing up to the podcast.
Yeah.
And then he graces us with his presence. He was close to on time. I mean, he was late, but he was close to on time.
Are we now in Patreon?
I don't know where.
Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't.
Yeah,
Billy.
maybe
we'll figure that out later.
That's for Emilio, the actual not joke show producer, to figure out.
Well, sorry, I speak to Emilio, and I'm the one that's on, so I try to move it so that he doesn't have to build out intros and outros that aren't there.
He has to build them out anyway. You telling him what to do, he knows what he has to do.
But
you see, the problem is if someone met you, you seem mostly normal, and then you do a couple weird things.
Right. Yes.
Like us, we know you for so long. We're like, nah, the weird's gonna come out, but we can't figure out what it is.
Is it not showing up at all for 3 weeks, but then sending a bill? And then he shows up, Saif. So now he shows up on back-to-back weeks, which is great. But like he just shows up and he's like, guys, put me in the game, coach. I want me and Juvenile one-on-one.
I'm all for the train wreck and the chaos, and I think it'll be funny. But you legitimately think that you have enough cachet to ask real questions?
Well, not only that, I think he also thinks there's like a bigger percentage of the audience than actually exists that would like want us, if we were having a really good hip hop conversation, vintage 1EP style, which we don't do often these days, and it's complained about. We're finally in the middle of just good stories. If we were doing that, because obviously today got fucked up, but if we've been flowing and we're killing it, just getting the vintage classic 1-ep kind of stories. And then we're like, hold on, we're going to stop this 10 minutes early so Billy can get his shit in. From a producer standpoint, though, I don't know that I would produce the show that way.
No, I mean, I'm for Billy's questions, especially being on Patreon. I'm for Billy's questions.
It's just about how long we have with the person, right?
I wasn't asking for a lot. I was asking for like 5 minutes. Also, I also have the listeners.
You wrote 5 questions.
They're quick.
That's longer than Billy. Do you know how interviews
yes or
work?
No? Are they yes or no answers?
Yeah. Do you like jelly beans?
No. But also, the listeners of this podcast are within a certain age range.
Okay.
And my age is actually like on the spectrum of that.
It's certainly on the spectrum.
Thanks. No, but I have a different viewpoint. Like you have a certain viewpoint in age range, and I have a certain viewpoint.
All right. Well, listen.
And I wrote like questions that are music related, but I also wrote like 2 dumb ones just to get a.
All right, let's pretend, since we've now played this out and he's not here, let's play this out and let's pretend we did it. And let's see how it goes. This is a great, I think this is a good test.
But you don't think he's coming back?
At this point, I don't know.
He didn't answer me, no. And I wrote it with a New Orleans accent. Hey, Juve.
Well, how did you spell that? It was just in your head?
Yeah.
You wrote Juvey, but in your head, you said Juve.
Juev. Juve. We understand the internet isn't good.
That's your New Orleans accent? I'm very offended.
It's not good. It's not good.
I'm very offended. So, Billy, real quick, before we go to Patreon, what would your questions be? We pass you the ball. We go, hey, here's our producer, Billy June. He wants to ask you a few things.
Okay.
Billy, it's on you.
Okay.
Here we go.
First, I would say, hey, it's very nice to meet you. I'm a big fan. I've been listening to your stuff for a very long time, since I was like a little kid.
Thank you.
I'm a little nervous, so some of this might come out a little awkward.
Don't be nervous. It's just me, Juvie.
Okay.
It's your friendly neighborhood Juvie.
First question. So in 2023, you did the NPR Tiny Desk concert, and your rollout was, what the fuck is a tiny desk, LOL, with an emoji. And when everybody freaked out, you said, oh, okay, all things considered, which is a good joke because it's called NPR All Things Considered, 10 retweets, 10,000 retweets, and I will reconsider doing it while drinking a Juvenile juice iced tea, which I thought was pretty funny. How was that experience? You're known for having one of the best ones ever. Who would you like to see on it now that you've experienced it?
That's all one question.
There's context, but yeah.
Okay. Billy, so real quick, how would you think this would take 5 minutes if your first question took 5 minutes?
Well, now that I'm reading it, I probably would have shortened it as I was going.
Since we know you did Tiny Desk,
whatever.
Here's the tweet in its entirety.
It's his tweet. I just thought it was funny.
You know what? It's a very good.
Is there enough room to bring Big Frida on the Tiny Desk?
Could you? You think you could fit Frida on the Tiny Desk?
Okay. You want
All right. What was the next question? Mm-hmm.
Your son's also a rapper. Does he put you onto any music that you wouldn't have ever heard of otherwise? And what is it? What music is it?
Okay.
You're like that little black girl that interviews celebrities at red carpets.
That's
they all give her a shot because then she's like a cute little girl.
All right,
yeah, third. These are little kid questions from the red carpet.
How is it being married to Beyonce?
I would not ask that. And then my third question is: are there any artists of any genre that you love that no one would expect to be in your regular rotation of music?
Okay. I like that question.
These are very good Good Morning America questions.
Correct. These are very. But now, by the way, I want to go back to Billy's previous question though about putting people on.
Did your son ever put you onto music? Because if not, our sometimes I reward our patrons with one of my Billy's beats. Do you want me to burn a CD? I burned a CD. Can I send it to your house? It's got all my favorite underground.
Did you get the CD I sent you? I sent it to Magnolia Project.
Do you know? I used to be a producer for Love and Hip Hop, and I knew. And one day Benzino threw me out of a car.
And then, what's the 2 wacky ones?
The 2 wacky ones?
Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's get
wacky.
I'm 37 and I just started learning how to cook. I've gotten really into Cajun and seafood. Can you tell me what I should cook fish at? How many degrees?
I like it. I like it. I do like it.
The answer is 400.
Like it.
And then the other one was, I saw you started some new ventures in the last 5 years, including a furniture company called Made by Juvie and a hard iced tea called Juvie Juice. Do you have any new companies coming out? If he answers, and then I'm going to say, I have some ideas for you. One's called a movie theater called Juvie's Movies. One's a pre-roll company called Juvie's Doobies. And my last idea is an event security company called Back That Ass Up Out of Here. Your night's over.
All right. So I figured out what to do. If we are to do this, Saif, cut the 3 questions. Just do the 2 wacky questions with Billy June.
Yeah.
We don't need his Good Morning America.
What can you tell us about the album?
Skip those and go right to
also get right to the joke. You're like, are you starting any? You like, I see you started Juvie's Furniture and Juvie's Juice. I got some ideas for you. Boom.
Yeah, that's it.
Are you starting any other ones?
I was nervous even saying it to you guys.
I like it. Now, you know, Billy, the last 2 were good. Look, we workshopped it. You see what we did there?
Yeah, too bad I'll never ask them, though.
And it adds. No, that's unfortunate. Actually, no, we'll get him. I'm confident we'll get him back. Saif, maybe we can get him next week.
Yeah.
If he ever responds to Saif.
Yeah.
Because I don't have his phone number. Saif, how much do you think it adds to Billy's sort of lore that now when he comes on, he has like an annoying digital sound that accompanies him too? Can you hear it? Because my headphones are better than yours. You may not hear it. It's like,
that's from Billy June.
Yeah. Hit mute, Billy.
I don't know what the sound is.
It literally goes from noisy.
You hear the sound? You hear the weird. It sounds like Morse code. It feels like somebody is stuck. You have somebody trapped in your basement, and they found a way to tap Morse code into the internet.
Correct. And then when you hit mute, it's like this incredible relief. Hit it again.
Hold on 1 second.
Are you muted? Oh.
No.
I unplugged the microphone.
Well, it's less of the Morse code. Yeah. And now it's just kind of airy.
Sound worse.
Okay, well.
All right. Thanks, Billy. You really but you brought it today. I like what you've done. Guys, we love you. I hope you enjoyed the 30 minutes or so of Juvie that was listenable and worked. And we will absolutely try to get him on soon, as well as Joe DeRosa. Is Joe DeRosa going to become our Matt Damon? You remember the Kimmel thing?
Thanks to Joe DeRosa. Also, we still need him to come back and give us our audio. Otherwise, we don't have a Juvenile episode.
We know that, Billy. Why does the audience have to know that? Have you ever done a show before? We know that. We know we're trying to salvage an episode. Our assumption is we will get the footage from him and eventually.
Right.
But we're trying to salvage what we have of an episode now.
Juvie, you're Jew and I'm Jewish. Or what if we were a group called Juvish?
Join us on Patreon. More of this hijinks will continue.
And I'm Billy June. What if we did Juvenile?
Billy Juvie. Billy Juvie.
I'd like to be. No, you ruined the joke. You stepped on the joke. He had the joke. Juvenile was funny. Why do you not?
Couldn't hear it.
You work in comedy. Why do you
hear it?
Because you talk too much. That's the problem.
In and out
Morse code.
We'll see you on Patreon, guys, if you want more hijinks like this.